New information tonight on a story we first reported this morning. We now know the name of the man who police say crashed a truck into a historic home in downtown Evansville early this morning. 29-year-old Adrian Offutt was taken to St. Vincent Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They say he has not been cooperative with police. Now, that home was built in 1868 and has nearly $1 million worth of damage. Only Eyewitness News was on the scene moments after it happened. Eyewitness News' Tyler Druin reports.
We were out here with a bunch of the local people. They were here right after it happened. For what I was told, the guy hit the median out there, ended up jumping probably 20 or 30 feet, landed in the grass on the other side, and hit the building right there behind us.
Dispatchers received a report around 12:30 Saturday morning of a truck inside a house in the 400 block of Riverside Drive. Officers at the scene said a person fell asleep behind the wheel.
Well, I could see him laying on the stretcher, but of course I didn't want to get up close to anything. From what I heard from everybody else, he woke up to it. He remembered nothing else from the night and just woke up to laying on that stretcher.
Police say the impact of the accident jolted the driver awake. He then overcorrected and veered into the home, demolishing 3 floors. The former historic preservation officer for Evansville is hopeful the home can be fully repaired.
This will impact the entire neighborhood. For the Riverside Neighborhood Association, this is much akin to the fire at the Notre Dame Cathedral in France.
The home was built by an Italian architect in 1868, and it took 2 years to build. A member of the Wrights family lived in the home in 1898.
It's a gorgeous piece of architecture. It is part of the soul of Evansville. It's these houses that give Evansville a certain personality of place.
In Evansville, Tyler Druin, Eyewitness News.
There is no word tonight if charges will be filed against Offutt. Police say that the Home Builders Association cannot tow that truck until the house is deemed safe. The homeowner says the house was vacant because it is currently undergoing renovations.